Okay. And what about the opportunities then? What do you see as the biggest opportunities for young electricians?
Okay, so with that one, like I mentioned before, the renewable energy market, obviously, government have set some targets. I know recently have changed those targets.
Yeah.
They have set some targets to hit. Hopefully they keep to them. EV, electrical vehicles are getting more and more popular. I'm sure there's some stats out there probably saying they're outselling general cars at the moment. And I don't think that will change once they get a bit more affordable and the range gets better for cars and there's more charge points.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are sceptical about petrol garage start charge points. So I think that will change for it. So I think that's a good area.
Okay.
Solar panels, cost of living for them, because people want to be generating their own electricity. Because energy crisis, I can't see that changing quite soon on that one. So I think petrol, electric and gas will still be quite high prices. I think we're in that for a long time.
Okay.
Or also as well, mortgage rates. I'm sure everyone's felt the pinch of a mortgage rate.
Absolutely, yep.
Change in your back pocket. So generally, again, I don't know the stats, I haven't researched it, but I think people are generally not moving houses as much now.
No.
I think more people are doing some home renovations, or if they need a 4-bed, like a 3-bed house and they need a 4-bed house, they might put a loft conversion in or extension. So they may remortgage that way to do it.
Yeah.
And I think there's an opportunity there for electricians as well.
Okay.
Obviously, there's got to be works needing to do for that.
Yeah.
So I think there's some good sectors for that as well. And generally, the industry, construction industry, new build houses, the government have got a shortage of houses. Yeah. They've got targets hit for that. So there's still lots of avenues for them. And generally, if you go into most town centres, you'll see, a crane.
Oh, there's cranes. I mean, I was just driving down the M6 the other day, and I don't know, I can't remember where I got off at now, but I think there was 3 or 4 massive housing developments going on.
Yeah, I drove through Birmingham and everywhere I looked there was cranes.
Yeah. So it's encouraging signs.
Yeah, so there's got to, I can't see that changing. The government have got the level up projects as well. So I do think there's some opportunities, generations of areas.
Okay. What about self-promotion? Because we talked about social media.
Again, something I do encourage my students to do is set up some Instagram. Yeah. Separate to the private one. Keep that private, obviously. Create a student one, advertise their work on there. I think it's a great advertising platform. I certainly find it challenging myself because I'm new to the game in that sense. Yeah. But the younger generation are probably used to living their lives on some kind of social media platform.
Absolutely, yeah.
So why not advertise their business on there? And you can be, with the phones now, you can be so creative with them.
Of course. I mean, you look at some of the people that are in our industry, just to name a few. I mean, you've got Theo Webster, who we had on, Nick Bundy, and his apprentice, Adam, Artisan Electrics,
eFix. Some of the videos they create with the slow laps. They throw something on the wall and it's on the wall. And so clever. And I think that's where students have got to, whether we as a course encourage that in there as well, train them in that, because that's a revenue for advertising.
Absolutely.
And people generally look at that nowadays. You still, don't get me wrong, you still got to have your word of mouth the traditional way.
Absolutely.
You do a good job for one person, they recommend you to another person. That will never change, but generally social platforms is another way of advertising your work as well, and showcasing your work.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier, it's to be an electrician. I mean, I'm not one, and to go through that investment in yourself over 4 or 5 years, and then the subsequent years of getting honing the craft, if you like. Yeah, you should be bloody proud of what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, some of our work it gets covered.
Yeah,
you put all the effort in it, and it looks immaculate. And then someone comes and put a ceiling over it.
Yeah, and all the painter decorators take the glory.
He's never seen again. Fuse boards as well. Some of the fuse boards I see on social media, they're fantastic. Yeah, especially a 3-phase board. How they dress it in. You can eat your dinner off it. It's a work of art. Yeah, someone spent hours creating that, and then we go, cover, never to be seen, so why not showcase it?
Absolutely.
Same as domestic fuse boards as well. Some nifty ways of how they're bringing the cables in now to compare to what they used to. There's ways you dress it in so it looks neat. You've got to spend a bit more time to do that. But again, if you're advertising it on a social platform, that's why you do it.
And you're taking care of your craft as well.
Yeah,
not just slapping it up.
Yeah, it's not just that'll do.
Yeah, exactly.
The attitude I used to get when I was doing it. Well, it looks good for my house.
Yeah.
That will do.
Right.
Kind of attitudes, but I think now social media has took that away.
It's put spotlights on stuff, literally.
Yeah, so I think that's good.
Okay.